Hey, what's up everyone? This is Two-Way Enthusiast. You might have seen a few videos I've done about precious metals or coins over the past year or two. And I know from talking to a couple of you, seeing comments, exchanging emails, that a lot of you are also into precious metals. Some of you invest in silver, you invest in gold. Well, I have something else that you can possibly invest in. Aluminum. You might think I'm crazy now. Aluminum. What's this wacko talking about? This is what the wacko's talking about. Aluminum lower receivers. As you know, with the Parkland shooting, things are going kind of crazy. We have people who want to ban things, prices being driven up. But we really don't know what the future holds. And if your state's anything like my state, it has been quickly moving toward leftist policies. For decades, my state has been basically a Democrat stronghold. But the funny thing about it is that it's a Democrat stronghold, but we have many Democrats who are gun supporters. We've had many Democrats who are, say, pro-life, even some pro-business policies. So while they were Democrats, they were more of the moderate stripe, which isn't the ideal, but it's far better than some of the other ones. Lately, we've been getting a lot of progressives bordering on socialists, basically, and these are the kind of people who want to disarm you, who want the government in your life as much as possible. So I ended up picking one of these up. Now, as you can see from the price tag on it, it's an Anderson Manufacturing lower receiver. I paid $57 for it at my local gun shop. I've seen these online. The months leading up to Parkland, I actually saw these going for sometimes like $40, not including shipping. And after Parkland, I noticed that the supply dried up quite a bit, so I felt really fortunate I was able to pick this one up at a local shop. And like I said, $57. I mean, I don't think that could be beaten, especially in this time frame right here. So, I mean, if I were you, definitely pick up a couple, because you might not need an AR-15 now. You might not want an AR-15 now. You might already have an AR-15. But with certain things, you have to wonder if you're buying your lifetime supply of things. And I was telling my wife recently, she likes to do crafting and other similar types of activities. And I said, imagine if they banned ink pads. Now, doing crafting, she uses a lot of ink pads. I says, what would you do if they said, in a month, we're going to ban ink pads, and either you cannot buy ink pads anymore, or you can't buy them unless you're going through a whole lot of red tape? She said, well, I'd buy all the ink pads I could buy. And I think that all of us are like this. If you really think about it, you might possibly be dealing with your lifetime supply of things. So one of these is, I mean, think about it. This is the firearm right here. So rather than, say, going out and buying an AR-15, maybe you want to pick up a few of these. Maybe a couple lower parts kit. And the good thing is you can pick one of these. You don't have to take out, like, say, $600 or $700 or $800. You can just, or for a more inexpensive AR-15, say, $450 or $500, you can just buy one or two of these for, say, $55, $60 in today's market. You could pick up one of these. Maybe when you get your next paycheck, you pick up a lower parts kit. And then if you're really handy, you can assemble the upper by yourself. Or maybe you just buy the upper, then you just buy the bolts. So you can do it in pieces. It's not like you have to pull out $500 or $600 at the same time. You can do this piecemeal. So I would really encourage you to buy this. I actually told a friend of mine, he has some young sons, and I said, you know what? I said, you might want to pick up a couple of these lower receivers, and then when they get older, which I had said 18, but now with some of these jackasses saying you should be 21 to buy a rifle, let's say 21 in some places, it's something that they'll have, because who knows if the opportunity to buy an AR-15 will be around. This might end up going the way of full auto weapons where what was once a reasonable thing to pick up 30 years ago is now pretty expensive and pretty difficult and very limited. Who's to say this isn't going to happen to these? So just want to leave you, if you're thinking of making some investments in gold and silver, you might want to make one in some nice forged aluminum. All right, guys, this is Two-Way Enthusiast. See you later.